Howdy, folks. What's going on? It's the Outlaw Hatfield back at you one more time. Guys, I am having issues on top of issues with Hangouts today. I've had to stop it and restart it and everything else, so I don't know how this show is going to go tonight. I am having issues. I've tried to send out links. Every time I try to send a link out through email, Hangouts just locks up completely. So I don't know if it's my computer or if it's Google. My money's on Google because, well, there have been screw-ups over there, and we already know this. Anyway, let's see who's hanging around out there. Well, yeah, they've got 4 watching, got 1 thumbs up. Okay, well, if you don't say something, I can't see you, so I can't call you out. But we do have in here with us the crazy guy from Scotland. How you doing, buddy? That would be you, Scotsman. You got a video playing too. I don't think I've got a video playing. Shouldn't have a video playing. I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight. But who knows? Am I still doubling up? Scotsman says I'm still having technical difficulties over here. I don't know what that's all about, but check out the gun channel side, see if things are working over
there. Dude, you are doubling up bad.
I don't understand how though. I've only got this thing opened up in one spot. I tell you what, I'm going to back out. You hold the fort down, I'll come back. I'll follow you back in. Maybe that'll clear up some of the problems. Who knows? I know this is getting very annoying. Maybe that'll clear up some of the problems. Who knows?
All right, so apparently I'm live on my own. Woo!
Getting very annoying.
I'm not sure what the hell's going on with him, but anyway, we're still here.
Maybe that'll clear up some of the problems. Okay, I'm back. Did it help?
On my own. Dude, it ain't cleared up, dude.
I don't know what it is. I don't notice it. I don't hear an echo. Nothing. So, hey, Scott Psycho, how you doing, buddy? I do not know what's going on with this thing tonight. I truly do not. Armament's out there. Armament, how do I sound to you? Does this thing got an echo or anything? Hit it with a hammer. Oh, I'd love to hit it with a hammer.
Hit it with a hammer.
Mad Sexy, how are you? No echo here. Well, apparently it's just you hearing that, Scott.
Nah, we're good. We got it figured out.
I don't know. Yeah, I wish Google would straighten this crap out. I mean, I can't even send a link right now. If I go to send a link out to somebody, the whole computer locks up, or at least the Hangouts. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I actually had to open up Gmail to send you the link to get you in here.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Well, it's a pain in the ass, but
that's how I send all my links usually. I'll just open up Gmail, copy and paste, and plug everyone in, send them out. Of course, we always ignore Armit and Access because, you know, Armit likes to talk a lot.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You can actually shoot him a link if you've got his email address.
I do, but he'll talk forever. If you want him on, I'll send it to him, but he'll talk forever.
Well, that's fine. He's more than welcome in here. He's one of the Outlaw gang.
All right, last time
he's been on the show before, so
Link sent, man.
Yeah.
Check your email.
So how'd you like the show last night, man? I thought it was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. There was a lot of good ones brought up there.
Yeah, that one at the end they threw in there. I thought that was freaking awesome. Cats are aliens. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. I like Dead Horse. I love when he does those conspiracy things. Sometimes I wonder how much of it he actually buys. But, you know, he's a bit weird like that. I do have some news. I took the Smith & Wesson out and shot a little bit today for the first time after having it for 2 damn weeks. I like it. I like it a lot. Plenty accurate enough to do what I needed to do. How you doing, John?
Hey, fellas.
It's a good little gun. I mean, the only issue I had was the thing comes with 3 magazines, 2 8-round magazines and 1 7. And for some reason, the 7-round magazine did not want to seat in the mag well. If the slide was, if the slide wasn't back, it wouldn't go in. But as soon as I pulled the slide up, tried to push it in, go straight on in there. I don't know what the issue was with that. So I came back in, take the mag apart, put it back together, and now it's working fine. So who knows?
The spring must not have been seated properly when you took it apart. You set it properly back in there.
I'm thinking that's probably what it is, but who knows? It's just one of those things, an annoyance. I get a lot of those in my life here lately. John, what's new with you?
How much? Just been driving, super exhausted. After I drive, I just sleep like a baby. It takes me like literally 1 hour to unwind, and then I'm dead to the world. That's how it just gets my back so tight. It makes me so tired, and sitting for long periods, no blood to the feet. So I try to walk as much as I can, but other than that, everything's pretty good.
So the Uber thing's working out for you?
Yeah, Uber, Lyft, I'm doing a little bit of home repair because there's an app for that as well.
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Who gives you the more calls, the Uber or the Lyft?
Depending on where you are and on the day, they could be just equal, hand to hand. It's apples to apples some days.
I have ridden with Lyft several times. I've got the Uber app. I've never used it because it seems to me like Uber is a bit more expensive. And maybe it's just the area that I'm in. But I've never had a complaint. The cars are always nice, clean. The people are always good people. So, and I always make sure I give a good review on the app, so whoever else rides with them knows that, at least somebody's giving them a good review anyway.
Has its moments,
Well,
thank God, at least for the most part, any horror stories.
Yeah, I don't see how you could get too many. I mean, of course, I'm sure you get some very annoying individuals in those cars once in a blue moon.
Actually, no, I can't. I really can't say that that's happened to me.
Really?
Knock on wood, of course.
Yeah, well, that's apt to change at any moment.
The more I talk about it, it's bound to happen.
That's the way it works.
So what's new with you? How's work?
Looking for another job.
Any luck?
Not really. I've been going through the South Carolina Board of Education websites looking for custodian jobs at schools and stuff.
Right.
School just started. I figured they'd be needing people.
Oh, definitely.
And they've got good benefits, and that's really what I'm looking for right now. is a job with decent benefits.
Amen to that.
Well, here's the thing, dude. I'm 45 years old, and things could start going downhill real quick from here. So, and you're talking to somebody that hasn't been to a hospital to see a doctor in what, 15, 20 years.
Well, don't feel so bad. I'm not a big fan of doctors myself.
I mean, I do not go to a doctor unless I absolutely have no other choice. I pretty much have to be on deathbed. This is the way it is. Don't take any kind of medications, mainly because, well, again, I just, you know, and so. But I'm smart enough to realize that I'm at that age now where something could happen at any given time, and if it does, I guess I need to be prepared for it. And without any kind of insurance, there's just no way that I could pay for it.
I feel you. No, just whatever you do, just be careful. That's it.
Oh, well, I'm always careful. For the most part, anyway. I do tend to have those, hey, y'all hold my beer moments. But not quite as many as I did when I was younger. When I was younger, those were a lot more frequent. I was one of those guys that bet you can't do that. Watch me.
And 3 days later, and $4,000 doctor bill.
I've been there plenty of times. Hey, I can do that. Just watch.
Yep. And you know, after the first 5 or 6 times you do something and it don't work, you an intelligent person would just stop. Apparently, I'm not very intelligent because I just keep going. You're talking to a guy who, I think it was like the 5th grade, I had broke my right foot, had to cast off the foot a week before I broke my left arm. A week and a half after I broke the left arm, the first time I broke it again inside the cast about 4 inches higher. And the doctor looked at me and says, well, you've done it this time. Now we're going to have to do a surgery on it. Oh, fuck. Oh, whatever. So I spent that whole summer in a cast. I was miserable. Of course, you know, they tell you, and I think back then you couldn't get these casts wet because they were basically just plaster. It was before fiberglass cast was a thing. And I love to fish, so I would constantly be getting it wet and having to go back to the hospital and have them replace it. I'm really surprised my mother just didn't tell me to cut my arm off or something. We spent more time at the hospital that year than I could imagine. But like I said, I haven't been back to a hospital in many years. And well, unless I'm dying, I do not go to hospital. I just I guess you could say I don't trust doctors. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not sure, but I really don't. See what's going on out in the chat. Someone laughing in the background. No, I don't think anybody's laughing in the background. You hear dogs barking. They don't know how to shut the hell up. Particularly that little one there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 chihuahuas in the other room, and they never shut up. They are the bane of my existence, you might say. So, Scotsman, you're off today. What are your plans for the rest of the week? You got anything going on?
All right. Sorry, I was finishing writing up the schedule for the rest of next week. I'm all done with that now. I've just been cranking the handle on the reloading press, man, making some rounds. This week I'm pretty much going to be hitting the range and doing some shooting, and that's pretty much all I got planned. And I don't plan on answering my phone or any text messages or anything other than just shooting my gun, man.
Can't blame you for that at all. So what are you cranking out? 9mm, 45s, what?
A bunch of 9. I've probably got about 1,000 rounds just cranked out.
Whew. You about to have a hell of a range day then.
Oh yeah.
Taking those CZs out.
Hell yeah.
That's what we need. That's what we need to discuss. That's a topic for tonight. We need to discuss firearm options for John Z, who's stuck in commie New York. We need to figure out something that John Z can purchase and carry there in the state of New York that actually fires a bullet.
Well, that would be my left hand and my right hand. And no, I'm not talking about that kind of bullet.
I was gonna say he can take his pinky in his left hand and put it in his right hand, and now technically he's carrying.
Oh, yeah, true. But and my first suggestion would be
a condom.
No, I'm talking reality here. Well, I want you to have, at least how about a Raven? We can get you Raven arms. 32.
If you gotta do that, get a Beretta Tomcat.
Oh, there you go. And that's New York legal. See, John, you have options. You have options.
That's New York state legal.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, I forgot. You have to deal with city laws too. What are the laws in New York City when it comes to firearm ownership?
So what we say, pay your taxes, be a good boy.
Well, there has to be a little more to it. I'm sure somebody in that city has a concealed carry permit.
Sure, there are plenty of police officers here. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I was talking about citizens, not necessarily police officers.
Only the rich and connected.
And you're neither of those, I take it.
That is correct.
See, why don't you move out to like Long Island?
Too expensive.
Believe me, I know. I live there.
The real estate taxes sometimes cost more than the house. Figuratively speaking, of course, it's not literal, but they're up there.
Where exactly do you live? I know you're in the city, but
in the city.
Which borough?
In the city.
Oh, okay, yeah. New York's a huge place, brother.
All you need to know is he lives in a state that he can't have anything.
Well, he can have something. I mean, he can spitball from a straw.
It's sad, and
I got plenty of straws.
I feel for you, man. I wish you could get out of there.
I'm working on it.
Are you still looking for places to go?
I am.
Anything narrowed down?
Most likely, probably Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
That ain't a bad little spot. Damn good fishing, too, if you like to fish.
Any particular area in Missouri?
Nothing close to St. Louis, and maybe something close to, what's the other big city? Fuck, I have to open up my map. I forgot already.
Wait a minute. There's another city in Missouri other than St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Hey, you can always move out there near Gary. Miles and miles and miles of nothing.
Springfield.
Yeah.
He could move out there, but then he's got to deal with the alien cat.
Yeah, I don't do alien cats. I do shaved kitty, but not alien kitty.
You leave George alone. George is a good alien.
Yeah, he's one of our better behaved cats.
Yeah, he just lays around, tells Gary what to do, and
He's very compliant.
yeah, very. That's what you need is a cat.
No, I'm a dog person.
I used to be a dog person. I used to say that I didn't want a cat around. And then as I got older, I realized that dogs are just too much damn trouble. A cat, you just leave it the fuck alone. It takes care of itself.
Well, the reason I say that is not because I don't like cats. I'm allergic to cats. I love cats, but I just can't have them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. John Z is allergic to pussy. Oh, that
I
is
could
not
definitely make a couple of videos to show you that's not the case. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
This is officially not a family-friendly conversation.
Well, we have Scotsman in here. Did you honestly think it was going to be family friendly for very long?
Well, that's true.
The minute he sent me the link, it went downhill.
I figured I'd better get that F-bomb out before he did.
Fucker.
YouTube's checking link verifications now. Once they know who you're sending it to, they decide if it's 18 plus or not.
Yeah, well, fuck you too.
Yeah.
Hey, P11, how are you? Ghost, how are you, brother? David's out there, the gun snob. Guys, I'd love to send y'all links. But I'm not sure how well it's going to work tonight because I'm warning you now, Google Hangouts is having all kinds of issues. Every time I went to send somebody a link through the Hangouts, it would just lock up completely. So I know Ghost has got a show tonight, and that could become an issue for you. Just be aware that it is an issue. I don't know if it's just my computer or if it's going to be everybody's that's doing broadcast tonight, but that's just the way it's working for me right now. And the thing about it is when you hit on the that add icon on your Google Hangout screen, the message will pop up where it has the Google email thing there, and you hit on that, and that's when it locks up. Camera still works, everything else still works. It's just you can't get that out of the way, and it does not take you to the email. So just another Hangouts issue, I think. I hope.
Maybe if you try a different browser.
Well, see, that's the thing. When I open up the Hangouts, I automatically put it down into a browser and put it right there next to the Yahoo or the Yahoo, the YouTube and the Gun Channel pages. So it's already set up as a link. So I don't understand what's the problem. I had to completely close out the Hangouts. Then I had to go into YouTube, shut down the page, and reopen everything back up before I could actually do anything on my Hangouts. So it's just an annoyance. You can still send links out. You just have to do it through your actual Gmail instead of Hangouts, which is a bit annoying, but it can be done. So that was something to keep your eye out for.
But if
Hopefully
anybody's hanging out on gunchannels.com, you can get a link quite easily. So if you're not registered to gunchannels.com, go ahead and register today. It's free, and you get to join us on awesome chats like these. Gunchannels.com, the place to be.
Gunchannels.com is the place to be. I agree. I like gun channels. Speaking of gun channels, I have noticed, and I'm guilty of it, so don't think I'm accusing anybody else because I'm just as guilty as everybody else. Back when we all started getting on gun channels, we were there almost constantly. I was there probably 4 or 5 hours a day over on gun channels. And then when I started doing my shows, and that got less and less and less, I just go in and jump into one of the lobby chats, jump into a hangout over there and sit and chat with whoever happened to be in a lobby. And I've noticed that with myself and others, we don't go in there nearly as much as we used to. And I realize that life happens and people get busy doing other things and this, that, and the other. But then it occurred to me that there are people that have went over to the gun channel side and they've signed up, they've registered, and they jump into the hangouts because they expect to see us over there from time to time. Maybe not all the time, but and I was thinking, they go over there, they join up, and they're hoping to meet or talk to somebody that they see on YouTube. And the reason that they went over there, the person that actually finally got them to pull the trigger and jump over on gun channels never shows up, never stops in, never says hello. I just think we need to make more of an effort to spend more time on the gun channel side of things. Just pop in once in a while into a hangouts over there, one of the daily live streams or one of the nighttime streams, whatever. Just stop in, say hi, how you doing?
Thanks for calling me out, man.
Well, like I said,
I'm bad for it, dude. I signed up, I made the channel, and I literally have not been there since.
And well, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, but I've caught myself. Well, I ain't doing nothing else, and I'm just sitting here wasting time. I could, jump over on hangouts and talk to the people over there for a little while. Maybe there's somebody that watches this show or watches one of the shows that they heard me talking about gun channels. They jumped over, they signed up, and I'm never there.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I'm bad for it, man. I signed up there, but I haven't been on there that much.
And here lately, I've been doing my best to get over there a little more. In fact, I spent 45 minutes, an hour in a hangouts over there today. And I'll jump into late night hangouts from time to time. When I get home from work, I do that. I'll just jump in over there because I really haven't been in any kind of a mood to start one up myself. But the season's about to end and things are going to slow down at work, so I'll probably be doing the late night thing again for a while. So be expecting some late night outlaw chats from time to time. In fact, I might decide to jump on tonight and do that. It's been a while. I guess it's been, a month and a half since I've done one of the late nights. So, what do you got going on? You making any videos? Crazy?
Yeah, I'll probably put one out probably later tonight. I got a lot I'm trying to work on right now and get a lot of stuff done. I've been busy the last couple of days, but setting up another press. So I'll hopefully get that finished set up today and post a video on that.
Well, how many presses do you have now?
Right now I have 3.
Sheesh.
I have 2 that are set up, 1 that's not set up. Well, 1.5 that's set up. I still got to finish the other half of the one. That's why the video will be coming. I have the third one. Third one's going on a different bench that I have to build the bench because that's going to have 2 or 3 presses on it by the time I'm all said and done. And it's probably going to be, I'm building it by hand. It's probably going to be about a 12-foot bench, 12 to 14-foot bench.
Well, now let me ask you: with those presses, do you have them set up for like different calibers? Yeah. This one specifically for rifles, this one specifically for handguns.
Yeah. So the new one I just picked up that is halfway mounted right now. That's going to be mainly rifle, and I can put 2 calibers on there at one time. So that's going to be mainly strictly be rifle. Currently, my 9mm is set up on my Lee Classic turret. That will eventually be getting flipped over to a Dillon press, which will run nothing but straight up 9. And that's all that'll be. And then that Lee is going to be nothing but 44 Magnum.
That's impressive. That is impressive. You got yourself a nice little assembly line going then, huh?
I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it. I got to get out of this apartment and get into an actual house so I can actually make it work better. Apartment living and reloading don't go together too well.
Yeah, I can see how that could cause some issues, especially if your landlord found out you was doing it.
Oh, they all know. Well, at least the maintenance crew all know that I do it, and they don't care. I mean, it's hard not to know when they come in to fix something, and there's reloading presses everywhere and fucking banks and all kinds of shit everywhere that says guns everywhere. But they're cool about it. They actually ask me questions all the time. They've never had an issue so far. I'm sure if the actual owner of the property was to walk in, I probably wouldn't be here. But maintenance crew and all that, they're pretty cool.
I have been thinking of picking up one of those little handheld reloaders, just doing it by hand, just to get a feel of it. Because I don't have a whole lot of space to actually set up a bench and all this other stuff. But
so I actually not this week, possibly next week or the week after, I'm going to put out another video just for that reason right there. The people that say they don't have enough space, I'm going to show you how to reload on a budget and with virtually no frickin' space whatsoever.
I'll be looking out for that one, man. Speaking of that, Clover's got a video coming out on multi-tools that I'm quite interested in. He's doing a video on his. Apparently, he has a collection of Gerbers. So, and I love Gerber multi-tools. I owned one for years and ended up losing it. I need to get another one. So, but yeah, that's gonna be a good little video. I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, I saw it go up right before we jumped on here.
Really, it's already up. I didn't get the notification.
At least on the YouTube side it is. I don't know if you put it anywhere else.
Huh? I didn't get a notification.
Oh, look at that! Typical.
Yeah. Yankees got a new video out. Yankees top 5 flagship handguns. So what a way to.
Well, he can post a video all he wants, but he actually got to go shoot them to actually know what they are.
I'm sure he shoots them. I mean,
yeah, in his dreams while he's sleeping.
Well, they were saying the same thing about me here a little while back. You bought that shield and you haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. You've had it for 2 weeks.
I cannot wait that long. I get a brand new gun. If I haven't shot it in the first couple of days, I'm literally going to be sitting in my chair freaking the fuck out. I have to shoot it within the first couple of days. Usually I'll shoot it within the first hour or two.
Have mercy. I wish those dogs would shut up. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I don't know about you, John Z, man, but I can't go without shooting a gun for very long, especially if it's brand new in my hands. That sucker don't last long before I hit the range.
Well, I got super addicted to Cycle Camp's 22 SR. That thing was super fun.
John, that's a question. Do you ever go out and just rent guns to shoot at a gun range or something? Because I know how hard it would be to actually, purchase one in New York City. So I figured you might just go out to the shooting ranges, rent one for a couple hours, practice up.
Well, unfortunately, that's not common over here because we don't really readily have things like that just for anybody around here.
Huh. Well, there has to be some kind of gun club, shooting range, something.
I didn't say there weren't any. I said that stuff is not commonly available for just anybody.
But you're not just anybody. You are John Z.
You would think that would make a difference, you know?
Exactly. Yeah,
But it doesn't.
You need to start dropping some names, man.
Yeah, I'll tell them I know all this. They'll say, lock him up, lock him up.
No, don't mention my name. If you're gonna throw out names that matter. You know, G Webs. You know, Never Enough Ammo or somebody. The Crazy Scotsman.
Well, I was like super jealous when I saw. I mean, I know most of you guys have something similar to it or surpass it. But David, when he was building his bench, that was pretty cool. And Dead Horse was talking him through it, and I believe Russ was in the video. They were helping him try to figure out what was wrong with the press. So he'll probably be up and running in another day or two if he doesn't actually have to replace any parts. But if he sends it back to, I think he got it directly from Lee, then he'll just be waiting from, I guess, for them to replace it or send it back to him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, like I said, I'm planning on getting in, buying one of those little handheld reloading kits and start off with that.
Right.
And this will be something completely outside of my, skill set. I have never reloaded a single round. I know absolutely nothing about it.
Well, that's the best part about gunchannels.com. You can speak to anybody over there, and there's always somebody out there that can actually help you and assist you.
Well, exactly. let me make a suggestion here, Alice. Start with a turret press. Don't start with a single stage. Don't start with a hand press. Get yourself a turret press, because for what you're going to spend in componentry on either the single stage or going hand press, eventually you're going to spend all that kind of money that you're going to be in a turret press anyway. So you might as well just go with a turret press.
In other words, you're going to get addicted, spend a little more money up front.
You might as well. Well, here's the thing. So like my turret press, when I first was looking, it was going for like $260, $270. When I actually bought it, I caught it on sale and I paid less than $150. And that was a full kit. So I bought the full kit. So it came with everything I needed minus the dyes, powder and primers and all that stuff. But as for the press itself and everything else, it came with all the stuff I needed. So look for the deals. Take your time. Don't rush into it. I mean, hell, the press that I have that I'm setting up right now, on average is going for about $250, $260. I paid $179 tip, and that sucker will do 2 calibers at once. So you just gotta take your time and look for the deal. Don't rush into it. Look for the deal, find the deal, and then just take your time with it. And if you got questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to anyone else that's out there too. There's the Reloaders Network, which I'm a part of, and post videos over there too. There's so many good people out there that are willing to help you out, help teach you, help grow, answer those questions, and get you where you want to be. When I first started getting the reload, I was hesitant too, because we're talking about gunpowder. We're talking about something that can go bang. We want to make sure we're doing it the right way. I'm already a picky son of a bitch anyway, so I'm very anal when it comes to reloading. I take my time. I can crank out the rounds, but I take my time every time, make sure the power's in there properly. I got plenty of good lighting, all of that stuff. I caught myself 3 times today. I had a primer that flipped on me backwards. Caught every single one of them because I take the time and make sure I'm looking at what's going on. But you can still crank them out. In the last 14 hours or so, I cranked out 1,000 rounds on and off, going back to the press on and off. And that's just taking my time and making sure I'm looking at what's happening and keeping an eye on things. So you can do a good amount. You just don't be afraid to do it. Step up, do it. But look for the deal on the press if you before you jump in and just go to a single stage or go to this or go to that. Look and really see what you want to do, because if you plan on doing 500-600 rounds in a few hours, you probably want to step up and do a turret press or a progressive press. If you're only looking to do 100 rounds here, 100 rounds there, yeah, single stage is fine.
Turret is the one that cranks out more.
Turret press, you have to crank the handle every time, and it'll rotate one thing at a time. A progressive press, as you crank the handle, everything does automatic. So
if you want to get out more done, you want to go progressive.
Yeah, progressive. So basically, if you're trying to do an assembly line, go progressive. If you're going for, I want to take my time, make sure I get this done right, literally until you crank that handle every other time, nothing's happening. So you got to be, when a turret press, you have the ability to control it a little bit more. Progressive press, everything works in unison. So I can have, most of your turret presses will have 4 rounds going at once, 4 or 5 rounds going at once, whereas a turret press is 1 round at once.
So progressive takes how many rounds to, on average, would you say, to get it right?
I mean, based off of what I know and what I've done so far, and some of the other people I've talked to that jumps right into progressive press, they'll screw up the first, 50, 60 or so, and then figure out where they got to be. And even then, still down the road a little bit, they'll still screw up here and there, because the problem is again, you have multiple rounds going at once on a progressive press versus a turret press. You're doing 1 round at a time, but you have a little bit more speed with it because you have everything already set up. Versus a single stage, you got to take that die out, you got to replace the die, put the next die in, set the die, get the height right, get this done right, and then take that die out, move the next die in, and so on and so forth. Turret press, you have all your dies set up. So you once you got them set, you're good. You start cranking the handle and you do everything manually by hand. Whereas progressive press, literally the only thing you got to do is put the bullet on there. Everything else is done by the press itself. It drops the case, it does the primer feed, the whole 9 yards. You just place the bullet.
Now, does it actually measure out the powder for you as well, or do you have to do that by hand?
No, you got to get all that set up. You got to figure that out a little bit at a time, set everything up. So just like and that's the same with any press, like a turret press, or if you do single stage and do a powder drop, whatever, you still have to figure out that exact and get it set. Once it's set, it's set. Now, I will tell you, like when I go back, if I let my press set for a day or 2 days, whatever, and don't crank the handle, the first few charges I do, I'll measure them out and make sure they're measuring properly. And then I drop the powder back in the hopper and then start cranking out rounds. I don't just start cranking rounds, because usually the first throw or 2 throws are going to be a little light because the press is set and done nothing. So usually when you go back, you're going to crank out a few, drop the powder, measure, make sure it's right, and then you can start cranking out rounds. I mean, the Reloaders Network is a huge advantage to people. If you haven't been over there already, jump over there. It's kind of like gun channels, but it's open to everything. It's firearms, it's shooting, it's reloading, casting, the whole 9 yards. It's all over there, and there's so many people willing to help out and do stuff. I can't tell you how many frickin' free bullets I've gotten, how many frickin' free pieces of brass I've gotten. and all I did was say hi.
Not a bad deal.
Not at all.
Not at all. I have probably 400 or 500 pieces of various bullets sitting on my counter right now, and it's just crazy to me. And I've had a couple thousand pieces of brass sent my way, and all kinds of stuff sent my way, just because you're interacting with people. You know, they ask a question, you answer the question, or vice versa. And before you know it, you're exchanging addresses. You're sending this way, and they're sending that this way, and just like it is here on YouTube and how it is on gun channels when we're sending swag and stuff. But they're all willing to help out, answer questions, and give you guidance.
Yeah, that's the wonderful thing about this community, whether or not you're gun channels or anywhere else. We tend to come together and help each other out. We are a part of a great little community when it comes to that. Especially you, Scotsman. Lord have mercy. The things you've done. Anytime somebody's got a problem, Scotsman's right there to back them up on it. Hey, look, help this guy out, help that guy out. You have done so much in such a short amount of time, and we appreciate you, man. We really do.
I'll tell you, man, I appreciate that. I really do. I'm not giving away any more fucking guns.
Yeah, you will.
I fucking love y'all, but fuck, I gotta start giving away guns.
Yeah, you'll give away more. you sit there and you say that, but we all know better.
Shut up. Damn it. There's something else going on, and I'm trying to figure out what to do, but it's not going to be a gun. I'm not doing another gun. I got to stop.
You know what? You're sitting here talking about reloading presses. Give away a reloading press.
There you go.
Well, a reloading press is part of one of the things that's coming up.
Nice.
So
be on the lookout for that one coming up here soon too. There will be actually it's a 3-part giveaway that I'm going to be doing here. Probably be at least another month or so, just because everything else I got going on. But there'll be a 3-part giveaway, and a reloading press is going to be part of that giveaway.
That's awesome. That's actually pretty cool, man. That is actually pretty cool. So let me ask you, who won that stuff the other night? I still haven't managed to get back over and watch that show.
Mike Joseph won. Mike Joseph has probably been a sub of mine for the last year. He seems like a good guy. I've never had any issues with him. Always comments, always just taking his time out of the day, so can't go wrong. I will tell you this: when I emailed him, I sent him an email and said, "Hey man, you won," because he wasn't on the live stream, so I wanted to make sure he knew. Sent an email. About 4 or 5 hours later, I got an email back from him saying, "Hey, you know what? If you really don't want to give it away, I understand." And my response to him was, "Look, dude, I didn't put it out there not to give it away. I'm going to stay true to what I said. If anyone said they were going to give it back to me, that's fine, but you are not one of those people. Therefore, you're getting the gun. It's going to be a few weeks before I can send it out, but you're getting the gun."
Whether you like it or not.
And pretty much. I'm going to stay true to what I say. I'm not going to fucking tell you I'm going to do this or do that and not do it. Now, there's people out there that said they would give it back to me if they won. That's fucking awesome. Absolutely fucking awesome. And I appreciate that more than anyone knows. But unfortunately, none of those won. So, what it is.
Yeah. They just figured you didn't need that gun anyway.
Yeah.
You got plenty.
Working on getting more.
Never have too many, though.
Oh, there's no such thing as having too many guns. I don't see that.
I have at least there's a good topic. What do you all have on your list? I probably have at least a dozen guns on my list right now.
Well, I can answer for John Z.
Everything.
He's got a list a mile long, and it just has one word on it: guns.
And there's a lot of millimeter at the end of each one.
Well, get to a free state, and then you can have those.
Then
Now, would that be a 9mm or 10mm?
1 millimeter to 100 millimeter. How's that?
I do like 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter is nice.
Yeah, Rock Island has got this new 10mm out that I'm seriously thinking about. But you was asking what's on the buy list. Well, everybody knows that I'm in love with the Chris Vector, and eventually I will own one. But CZ has two out there that I really like as well. The Scorpion Evo, love that gun. Can't wait to actually shoot one of them. And the 805 Bren.
805 Bren is a nice one. I'm not gonna lie, that one's on my list too. In the rifle setup, I want it in the rifle setup. I don't want the pistol setup.
Yeah, that's me. I want it in carbine.
I want the rifle setup. I got long, lanky, fucking monkey arms. I gotta have a rifle.
Now, with handguns, here lately, I have been gravitating toward the FNX 45. So I might have to pull the trigger on one of those. So that's a possibility for me in the near future.
I have my 45. I'm happy with my 45.
And exactly what kind of 45 do you have?
That would be a CZ97B in 45.
Nice.
And that is 10 rounds of badassery. Smooth as butter. I do like butter. I still need to get a 1911 though. So that's
well, see, that puts you in favor of G-Webs anyway, because you know how he is with 9mm.
Yeah, I still need to get a 1911 and 45. I want to get the Rock Island double stack 10 millimeter. That thing's badass. I've shot a couple of them. I love them. Sweet guns.
And the price on them is not bad either.
No, I found them for less than $600.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the 97B that I picked up, I actually got that pretty much out the door with the transfer fee for $600.
Nice.
And that thing is sweet as all get up.
I see Gary out there. Gary, I sent you a link many minutes ago.
Yeah, he's been out there. He's been chatting.
Scott's out there. Vanessa Kitty, Rich White. We got a show going on, guys. We got a pretty good group out there listening to us. Gun Snob. So Travis P11 has graced us with an appearance even. We have been blessed. The Travi are coming out in full force. When the leader of the Travi Nation shows up, you know you're in the right place.
Hold on, where's midnight?
Yeah. Wow.
That's the real leader.
No, Midnight's not the real leader. B11's the real leader. We all know.
I'm gonna start a conflict of who's gonna stay leader.
Well,
you're gonna have to duke it out.
Well, if size mattered in that situation, I think Travis P11 would probably end up on the short end of the stick.
No, leave his stick alone. Don't make fun of his stick.
I can't help it. He's a Travi. I gotta make fun of something. I'm crying out loud.
Get off his stick. Leave it alone.
Yeah, well. I just can't leave the stick alone, dude. Cannot leave the stick alone.
Dear Lord.
Wow.
Rabbit hole.
Now you sound like fucking Janice Gay.
No, I didn't say a dick. I said a stick. There's a difference.
Yeah, we know your references already.
Yeah, you think you know my references. You don't know shit. You know two things, Jack and shit. And Jack just left.
Well, apparently you know dick.
No, I know stick, not dick. There's a difference. We were talking about sticks, not dicks. That's not go down that rabbit hole.
Potatoes, potatoes.
Uh-huh. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've ran this thing for about an hour now. I think we're about to jump out. I'm going to go purchase some food from somewhere tonight. So, not sure what we're having for dinner. So, suggestions would be welcome. Anybody got any ideas? I'm not sure what I'm in the mood for. Maybe some pizza. Pizza sounds good. I can do pizza.
I just had pizza. It was good.
Yeah. Well, see, you get that New York pizza. That shit is the bomb. That's the one thing I miss about New York. If you ever go to New York, you've got to have a New York pizza.
Yes,
There is nothing like it on the planet. That is and it's mouth-watering. That's all you can say about it, man. If you're not starving to death when they're making the thing, it's a miracle because just the smells, the aromas. They bring this hot pie out, and you see them pull it out of the oven. It's like, oh man. I would watch them hand toss these things. This is amazing.
Man, you're talking about going down a rabbit hole. Now you're talking about hand tossing.
And hot pie.
Wow.
And hot pie, yeah. Now, John, do you like the thin crust or the Sicilian pizzas?
Thin crust.
Really, I actually prefer the Sicilians. Thicker crust.
I don't dislike it, but I prefer the thin, the crispy thin.
Now, I'm going to say this. I've never had a Chicago style pizza. I don't know what the difference between a Chicago style and a New York style. But one of these days, I'm going to find myself a Chicago style pizza place. Even if I have to go to Chicago to do it, just to have a piece of pizza. And that way I have something to compare it to.
But in my opinion, it doesn't really matter as long as it's made well. I'm on the if it tastes good, it tastes good.
Well, I love pizza, so now what is your favorite pizza place? And I'm not talking about the little corner store, the little mom and pop places, but your big chains. Which is your favorite?
The big chains. I mean, they're all basically made the same way.
Yeah, but they don't taste the same. A Papa John's pizza does not taste like a Pizza Hut pizza or a Little Caesar or Domino's.
For me, it's the mom and pop shops that kill it.
I agree.
You have to find a mom and pop shop, dude. Don't go to the big fucking chain store. You want an actual pizza. If you want to talk about pie, since you're talking pie, when you talk pie, you go to a mom and pop shop for pie. You want a piece of shit pizza, you go to a fucking chain store.
Well, see, that's the thing though. I love Papa John's. I love Papa John's pizza. I could eat a whole Papa John's pizza by myself, and that's loaded with everything. So, just love it.
I'm just saying my preference is the mom and pop stuff because they the ones that I order from, they keep it to the point where it's nice and crispy, even the thick pizzas, and they don't keep it that doughy. Whereas the Papa John's, the Domino's, and all those commercial stuff, they all keep it thick. They keep it crispy, but it's still too thick to the point where you almost have to burn it so it doesn't taste as doughy. But the mom and pop shops, they get real dough, just right, nice and thin, crispy. And I love the crispy where I can hold the pizza up and I don't have to fold it, and it still stays the shape that it is. With the commercial stuff, they have to make smaller slices for it to do that, and still yet, because of there's so much oil in there, that the stuff just falls off as you pick it up.
See,
I like
now,
a nice, neat pizza.
I don't like a crunchy crust. I like a chewier crust. And maybe that's just a preference, but
Right.
um, I've never liked the crunchy pizza crust. I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong.
Well, it's not crunchy, but it's crispy to the point
Yeah,
where it's not everything is not rolling off, and the dough stays where it is when you take it out of the box. The commercial stuff it stays that way, but they're smaller slices, and there's just so much oil on it that everything at the edge, at the point of
It
where
just
it's
ends up being a soggy piece of shit.
yeah, and it's good for heartburn
now,
too. The commercial stuff.
now, Scotsman, you hush. You're from Scotland. What the hell do you know about pizza?
He's from Scotland. You guess how? Can you only imagine how many pizzas he's tried?
Two.
No, he's definitely tried more.
Yeah,
He's not used to it.
way more, man. Pizza's a staple, and you don't buy fucking commercial bullshit. You go to a mom and pop shop, you want pizza.
I order pizza once, maybe every 2 weeks, and I just get it. There are 3 places I go to, like little mom and pop shops, and I wouldn't order from anybody else unless I was hungry and it was like 10 o'clock at night and they're still delivering. Then I would order the commercial stuff, but it's definitely not as good
Well, no, it's not as good, but
for
it's
me.
still good.
No, I mean
Yeah.
the local place here, the local mom and pop shop here, they close at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So you
Yeah,
gotta
by me it's 9 o'clock. Yeah.
and but it's well worth it. And usually it costs you like $4 or $5 more, but guess what? It's well worth the extra $4 or $5.
Yes, it is.
I agree. I agree. Anyway, guys, we are about to call this one done for the night. You got anything to plug there, Scotsman?
Nope. Thanks for the invite. Have a great week, everybody. I'm absolutely fucking exhausted, but I appreciate y'all. And make sure you check out the Reloaders Network. Check out everyone here. Check out Gun Channels. I'll do better on that. I promise. I'll get there eventually. Other than that, thank you.
Hey, we appreciate you, buddy. John Z, what you got?
Just love this community. Go check out gunchannels.com. Come and hang out with us and learn 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you didn't know before. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, not a problem. There is a wealth of knowledge over on Gun Channels. I have said that many, many, many times. If you've got a question about firearms or anything firearms related, there's somebody there that can and will answer that question. Anyway, guys, remember to check out Gun Channels. Later on tonight, Ghost Tactical's coming up here in about 30 minutes. And then hit or miss at 9 o'clock with Night Strike. Catch that one. And later tonight, we have the Daily Gun Show with G-Webs. All of those shows will be in the near future, and they will all be great. They always are. For now, I will catch you guys later. You take care, and we will see you next Monday night. Then again, I might surprise you with a late night chat this week. Maybe more than one. Y'all take care.
Shall not be infringed.
No fringes.